Hey guys, welcome to our channel. So, I've been getting it back into the songs like I said I was going to, and then I'm getting through a lot of the stuff I wanted to get through that I had to begin with, but not everything, and I'm going to do one of those this morning. I knew this one was going to be a little tricky, but I've been sitting on this theory, all right? I've been sitting on it. So, here we go. Has anybody ever heard of the Montauk Project? Now, I'm sure most of us have heard of the Philadelphia experiment, where they were working on radar invisibility, and they ended up uh, teleporting a ship out of phasing it out of space time. And when it came back, there were, you know, sailors fused to the ship, to the hull, and it was a weird thing. And those that weren't were all messed up in the head. All right. But then there was the Montauk Project. And the Montauk Project, I got told to look up a couple of years ago, and I did. And it's mind control. All right. They were using these towers, and they were operating at, excuse me, 400 to 425 megahertz, which is the band used to enter the consciousness of the human mind. All right. So they were lining these antennas with crystals. All right. And they were able to project psychic thoughts and manifest physical matter that way, apparently, even. And there's the story of a fella named Preston, and I'm going to provide this link, by the way. And I'm sure the Wikipedia, there's a lot of Wikipedia, but I don't like Wikipedia, guys. I I have a speech background, okay? I used to speak competitively, entertainment speaking, and occasional impromptu speaking in high school. And we had to do all sorts of speeches, though. And in college, I had to do speeches. So between competitive speaking and Wikipedia is not a good source. Not for me. I mean, some people think it's all right, and that's fine. But so I'm staying away from Wikipedia, and I've got another link here. But there's a story of a fella named Preston who worked at a completely different facility, and his experiments were getting interfered with, and I'm paraphrasing. He traced the experiments back to this Montauk point. All right, it's over in New York, Long Island. He traced the interference back to there and found that that's what they were operating under those frequencies, 400 to 425 megahertz, I think they said. And this Preston guy, these people thought that he worked for the Montauk Project, all right? And he didn't. And he almost got in a fight with his brother-in-law over it. And after talking to enough people, and he began to realize that, hey, he did work on this Montauk Project, but he didn't. This was back in 1943, guys, when they were doing this. So they can project thoughts to people through these crystals and antennas. They supposedly shut the project down, but then kept going. And you can I'm going to provide this link. You can read on it. I suggest you do. Actually, I can't tell you what to do, but I would suggest you read on this, because if they had one antenna in Long Island that could project psychics' thoughts and even manifest matter from thought, and they could project thought, okay, to change. Now, we've already discussed on this channel how death is probably connected to this. We've discussed quantum physics and quantum mechanics, and we've even discussed dementia and Alzheimer's in here. And we've had several theories, but I haven't, and I think it's all related. I don't think it's one thing, guys. I think it's all these things. Quantum computers, we talked about, to a lesser degree, CERN. I mean, if they had a quantum computer, which they probably do. But what about the Montauk project? Well, what about if they had one antenna in 1943? What if they kept going? How many antennas could they possibly have now, set up around the world even? So, what if part of the Mandela effect is people not taking the uploads? Who are affected aren't taking the uploads. They got some dude or some girl. They got somebody. Possibly. This is a theory, guys. I'm not stating this for a fact, but what if they have somebody, people, set up at, different locations with these antennas or operating at these frequencies and are uploading these things, these memories, this stuff. And the people who are completely taking these uploads are just remembering things the way they always were, however they were projected, however whatever these guys decided that people were supposed to remember. And those of us who are experiencing the Mandela effect are not able to be mind controlled in that way. That's a thought. Now, I think that could be part of it. Part of it. I still think death has a part of it. I think quantum physics has a part of it. I think maybe that's part of the reason it seems to be going so fast, guys, for all I know. But the Montauk Project. I'm going to say check it out and let me know what you think, guys. I mean, is it possible that we're not taking some of these downloads that they're projecting through psychic thoughts and crystals and antennas that they've been doing since 1943? Is it possible? I think so. I very much think it's possible and quite likely is part of what's going on. Part of. I don't think that's all of it, but I think there's a chance it's part of it. So let me know what you think, guys. I'll let it go at that. I'll provide the link below. You can look at and then of course you can, Google or Bing or whatever you do, the Montauk Project. And you can look at Wikipedia if you want or any other source and read up on it. I'm going to provide a good link. It'll give you a real good idea of what it is. And that's it. Give me a thumbs up if you think that this Montauk project could have something to do with this, part to do with it. And you can thumb me right down if you think it's a bunch of hooey and the Montauk project has nothing to do with it. And let me know what you think, guys. Comment. Thanks again for your subscriptions, your likes, your thumbs up, thumbs down, comments, all that good business. And subscriptions, of course. We really appreciate those. And beyond that, you guys have a great rest of your day.